Hello and welcome. I'm gamedev, and today we're looking into Unity's recent pricing changes that have left the game dev community absolutely furious. The game development industry is about to undergo a massive shift, and Unity is at the middle of it all. Starting in 2024, Unity is rolling out a Unity runtime fee, which is set to revolutionize how developers interact with the engine. This fee will be based on game installs, which is a significant departure from the traditional pricing models from before. What does this all mean for you, the game developer? Well, in this video, we're going to analyze these changes and explore the potential implications. Unity, a very popular game engine, is making bold moves, but are these moves in your favor? The Unity engine is actually made from two main components: the Unity editor and Unity runtime. The Unity runtime is code that executes on players' devices and makes Unity games work at scale. The Unity editor is where you add things visually and through code for your game. Unity's new pricing structure isn't just raising eyebrows, it's also raising tempers. Some indie developers are using words like astonishing scumbag move to describe it. The Unity runtime fee will have a massive impact because it's based on each time a player downloads a game. It's a change from the traditional revenue sharing model, and Unity believes that this new approach will remove the burden of revenue sharing. And if that's the case, why is everyone so mad? Well, Unity has announced the Unity runtime fee, like I mentioned earlier, which kicks in once your game reaches a certain revenue and install milestones. For Unity Personal, which is basically the free version of Unity, and Unity Plus users, those milestones are set to $200,000 in revenue over 12 months and 200,000 lifetime installs. After surpassing these thresholds, Unity wants to charge you 20 cents per install. Higher tier Unity users, well, they've got different numbers to contend with. Unity Enterprise, you've got Unity Business, and they're usually less because you have to pay for Unity, basically buying to pay less per install, I guess. And at first glance, this might seem like a reasonable move, especially for solo developers with the free version who've made $200,000 from their Unity-powered indie games, and paying a small fraction of that in fees might not sound unusual. However, it's the way this change has been implemented that's got indie developers up in arms. And Unity isn't imposing these changes on new projects, they're also reaching into the past too. Any game that's currently in the market that continues to distribute the runtime after January 1st, 2024, is up for the fees. This is one of the reasons why game developers are so mad. Just imagine being a developer who's been dedicated to Unity for years. You put your heart and soul into each and every one of your games, and only to find out that this new fee structure threatens every single one of your past creations. It is a tough thing to come to. There are also much deeper concerns about the new plan. Just also put yourself in their shoes and imagine releasing a game for 99 cents under the personal plan, which is the free version, where platforms like Steam take their cut, and then Unity takes a further 20 cents per install. Then you, the developer, who's worked for 100 plus hours, often more than 500 hours, on your project, are then left with 60 cents. But it's not just about the numbers. Developers also fear that this policy could stifle creativity as a whole and collaboration. Game giveaways, charity bundles, and even subscription services like Xbox Game Pass could face roadblocks due to this new pricing structure. Basically, anything that gives away installs, like if you give away Steam keys, you're also installing it even you haven't even paid for it. So, how can game developers survive in such an environment? And many people worry about these pricing changes, and it's going to force them to compromise the artistic vision of them, and instead just force them to make business decisions, which is driven by financial constraints, and basically end up as a cookie cutter project that's simply designed to make money instead of actually being a passion project they're interested in. Unity has released an update, but is it too late? And are they actually changing anything? They claim that the majority of users won't be affected, that this policy targets successful games. So, how does it affect smaller games that make less than 200,000 per year? Well, Tom Francis, the same guy who described this whole thing as an astonishing scumbag move, said that the main concern was the way Unity forced its new policy on developers who've already released games using the Unity engine. This makes total sense too, because if you just release your game from Unity on Steam, and now find out that your revenue will get cut down further, you would probably like to have known that before you release your game, even before you started making your game too. This also affects people who are currently working on their games in Unity and wish to sell them onto another platform, because the amount of time depending on the stage of the project they're trying to port the game onto a different engine like Godot, it will just end up taking super long. That's not even worth it, and I just ended up paying Unity. Basically, they're getting money because people have not enough time to actually just port it over and get the cheaper option. It just further wastes people's time and hard work. The question still stands though, will Unity address the main concerns raised by indie developers? Only time will tell if they can find a common ground and restore trust within the community. Or will they just have a bad name forever? In the midst of this turmoil, some people are looking for the exit signs. Again, switching engines is no small feat, but some developers are willing to make the leap. Could this be an opportunity for Unity's competitors like Godot or any other open source engine to take its place? These Unity pricing changes have ignited a storm of controversy within the indie game development community. The impact on indie developers, the uncertainty it brings, and the concerns raised are undeniable. How will these changes shape the future of the game development industry? That's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, make sure to like if you made it to this end of the video. I'm sure you can subscribe as well, but yeah. Thank you for watching. See you next time. See ya.